What up, family?
What up?
Hola.
Hola, muchachos.
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling.
Yeah. Mike, what up, Mike?
What's going on, Michael?
No, I guess we'll let Jay get into his week first since he wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? He just was a lot of just, oh.
Yeah. It wasn't really exciting. I didn't really get a chance to enjoy my birthday. Well, I take that back. I didn't get a chance to go out to enjoy my birthday, but my wife and my daughters tried to make it the best that they could, considering I wasn't feeling well. But majority of my week was shit. Really, up until a day or two ago, I've been really just like trying to get better, lay down in the bed and relax and get myself back together. Still trying to get better, but definitely 100%. Well, I don't even say 100%, but about 60 to 70% better than I was last week. So it's definitely been a week though. I lost a lot of weight. I didn't eat a lot. And for everybody who don't know, I had COVID. I'm negative now, but I'm still dealing with some of the leftover effects of it. So I'm not 100%, but um, I'm better. But yeah, I had lost the taste, lost the sense, lost the smell. I'm sorry. Body aches, headaches, fever, chills, diarrhea. Just about any symptom that you heard come with it, I had it. I'm getting better, but it's definitely an uphill climb, and some stuff probably won't be the same. Like right now, my sense of smell is all the way off. Things don't smell right to me. Food doesn't taste right to me right now. I can't shake this headache, um, and I still have a little bit of body aches right now. But COVID is definitely real. So I'm not pushing nobody to get no vaccines or nothing, but please take care of yourself. Like wear your mask. This shit is real.
Oh, now that you got it, it's real.
I've never not told nobody it wasn't real, but after dealing with it, I can say that I would never wish that on anybody else. Cause
I'm saying you lost 14 pounds. Give me that COVID.
don't ask for it. I'm telling you.
Hey, I've had 2 cesareans. I've been sick before. I don't think COVID is a death sentence. Yes, you'll be sick. I need a vacation. I'll lay in the bed for 4 days.
Oh.
It's not fun. I'm telling you, it ain't the vacation you
I
want.
ain't trying to have fun.
Don't, please, God, don't.
I just want to go to sleep. You know, I love being in the bed. I'll be in the bed, sleep, aching, and once it's over, I'm down 20 pounds.
It's not the way that you want to lose the weight.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
She gonna get touched tonight. She gonna wake up in the morning like,
Oh,
why'd I ask for this?
why me?
You
What
know,
did I ever do to you?
the worst part about all of it is the fact that I can't pinpoint where I got it. I don't go outside the house, period. Lavelle know this more than anybody. I don't leave my house. Um, so the only places that I went between the time me getting it and now, I'm sorry, between the time of me getting it and testing positive were the actual doctor's office and Walgreens. So I either caught it at the doctor's office or at Walgreens. So yeah,
What about the baby and your wife and the kid?
Everybody
You
in the
know,
house had it.
so I gave it to everybody at my house.
even the baby.
And
She,
she surprisingly was asymptomatic. She ain't farted since she got it.
oh my God.
Since she had it, but she fine. She's actually asymptomatic. My oldest daughter, the first day she had a stuffy nose, and I think she said her hair hurt for like the first 20, 30 minutes. But I think that was just because like we were asking her like how she was feeling, and it was just like she was saying no to so much, it almost seemed like she just wanted to say yes to something else. But she had a headache, a stuffy nose, but that was like the first day, and she was basically
Fine after.
herself. My wife was down for a day or two, which is I could say I don't know if it was the strand that we had, or if I could just say like women may be stronger than men when it come to getting sick. Cause she was down for like a day or two, and she been good since, but it whooped my ass. It had me down. So
Well, I want to be whooped. 20 pounds.
if you keep adding,
I'm just playing.
I'm not gonna fight that, Deron, because I know I'm a punk when I get sick. On there are all rare chances I get sick. I'm a baby.
yeah, I can tell you this that those first 2 days when I tell you I had a
Giant.
slight fever.
He being
Gentle
funny.
giant.
He being funny.
I had a slight fever, and I was when I tell you I was sweating, so I never sweat like that in my life. Like my whole bed was so wet, like I could take the sheet and like wring it out from just sweat from just.
Ooh, where Tasha sleep? I know I wouldn't want to lay next to that.
I did. That was actually the first and last night I slept in my bed. I can't even show you. I got my air mattress back here. I got a real nice air mattress though. I got a headboard and everything.
Is it a blow up headboard?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
So I was laying on my air mattress for like 4 days until we found out that they had it, and then it was like I could go wherever I wanted in the house. Then
Oh, well, I'm glad y'all all better.
yeah,
You still seem a little bit sick, but I'm glad you at least feel better,
yeah,
than you were.
yeah. But I don't wish that on nobody. But that was my week and a half ish. Um, so yeah.
How was your week, Nicole?
Oh,
Same old same.
hydrated too. I had to drink Gatorades and Powerade, so I still have to drink these now because I stay dehydrated now for some reason. So that's another thing that I have to deal with too.
Hopefully, you don't have long COVID or what they say. You don't have no type of, you know, issues. So, but my week has been the same. Nothing to report.
Thank you, Bridget. I just saw that. Thank you, Michael. Um, yes, Gatorade is definitely like Gatorade and Powerade definitely got me through them first 3 4 days because when I tell you I thought that was it for a minute, it was bad.
How was your week, Diana?
It was you notice I knew right when it was talking to me. I come right in. Um, work wise, my week was alright, but bad news and stuff. Told us that when our nephew, when me and Nicole, we got a nephew. He got killed. We don't know everything that happened. We just know that he got killed this week. Well, we found out this week. My city, Chicago, been acting stupid. Um, did y'all hear about the? I think I told you, Jay, the armor car that they stuck up.
I read an article about it.
Yeah,
Shot that girl 6 times.
shot the lady 6 times and shot the guy twice.
Twice. Did he wind up passing away? The last I heard, he was fighting for his life.
He still was fighting. He had woke up because the reason that they know what happened is because he was conscious and could tell them what happened. I know the lady passed away either that night or the next day. I can remember that. And then they caught the two guys. They're two 19-year-olds.
Really?
Yeah, they had the house surrounded like an hour after it happened. They when they pulled off, they shot the people on 80th. Okay, for y'all who don't know, on 83rd in Chicago, armor car was in the bank parking lot, getting ready to refill the ATM machine. So they was doing the ATM machine while they in the parking lot. Two guys pull up on them, and the car jump out. Man, give us the money. It's a 47-year-old lady and I think a 46-year-old guy. It was the security team that was doing it, and I think it was like they said that they didn't have no money. They couldn't give them the money. They had no money, and they shot the lady 6 times, shot the guy twice, jumped in the car and drove off.
Didn't even try to take no money. Just killed him and left.
This is the story that was relayed by the guy who got shot twice. But when they left, they hit 87th Street, 87th and Sangamon, and ran into a tree. Ran into a tree, and then they got the house that they ran in. The police surrounded the house, so like within like an hour, maybe 2 hours after it happened, they were surrounded at the house. And when the last I heard, they got caught. So I've been thinking about I have never thought about moving from Chicago as much as I have the last couple months. I'm like one of the diehards here, where it's like people ask me, I'm like, nah, I ain't going. I'm Chicago, my city. I ain't going. I go visit you. Now my thought is visiting Chicago every now and then. You know what I'm saying? It's like because we just acting in my head, we just acting dumb to be acting dumb. We just doing stuff for the sake of doing it because we want to out stupid every other place or something. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be lacking when it comes down to idiotic stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like we want to prove that we the grimiest out of everything, and it's wearing on me here. So,
but to answer your question, then Diana Ross and the Supremes. Yeah. That's who Diana is.
Yeah, Diana, Beyonce, Coco.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Paul McCartney or Ringo. Which one was in the front? Ringo.
You got me.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Michael, you know what I'm saying? Whoever in the front. You know how it is. Yeah, that's what it is. So
I don't get the energy to argue with this ignorance.
While we talk, for y'all who don't know, also Nicole has another podcast that you're still a part of it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's called Natural Vibe. We do it on Mondays. It's a music podcast. So we talk about current events and music. We talk about history. We give birthdays or whatever, musical facts and stuff like that.
How's it going?
It's getting better.
Getting better.
I think.
Episodes did that. It's like
only 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should be 3. The other 2 on here I think I got one coming out, but it won't be till January when it drops. Jay was supposed to do one, but with this COVID, he might be rethinking life right now. So we don't know if he's still gonna do it.
Actually, COVID, I'm definitely doing it.
Yeah, so he rethinking life. See,
I got 2 in the works. So.
Oh Lord. Jay.
Oh.
2.
Yeah. So.
You got release dates. You got drop dates.
Definitely the top of 2022. One of them, 2 of them I'm working on somebody else, but one of them obviously is me and you. And the other, I'm in talks with my little cousin. I just got to get his schedule together.
Are y'all back on it?
Yeah, that one is actually a fashion podcast. So we'll be getting that together and pushing. We're looking at first quarter 2022.
All right. So basically, y'all gonna be seeing our face something everywhere going around. So real quick, we're gonna talk about what's everybody's thoughts on written. What's it? What name? Cal?
Yeah.
Written something.
Yeah.
Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse.
I can go first because I
Yeah.
don't care. Well, I don't want to say I don't care, but I'm not surprised. Um, it's also this is just what we expect, what we come to expect. Everything about the trial has been weird. Everything that you've seen, as far as the judge, some of the tactics that they deployed, it's been a case where you kind of figured this was going to be the outcome. So I'm not surprised. I'm not even outraged. It's just what you would expect, what I would expect, I guess.
I didn't follow it at all. The thing is, when I first heard about me, part of my recollection, and this, I hate to sound racist, but he ain't kill no black people. You know.
I had said that, and I said, not that, it's okay. It's just that at least it wasn't another case of a white guy killing black people and got off. But here's the thing. Like, I was reading this comment from somebody, and she made a lot of sense. She was like, everybody in Wisconsin is not racist, right? So a lot of people came out in support of Black Lives Matter, in support of blacks, right? And they were protesting. Well, a lot of people from wherever, they don't like anything associated with black people or in support of black people. They don't like the protests. And most of those people on that jury probably was leaning that way. And by them coming to this decision was kind of them letting you know this is what we won't stand for here, and kind of masked by the fact that the people that were injured were white, so it won't look like they're the racists that they are. But the fact that you were helping black people, we don't care about you either.
But from the smaller that I've learned after, because I didn't do any research into it until after the verdict was out. So like, and I talked to one person who followed it and things like. From what I've learned is, and it's going to be an unpopular opinion, is that it actually was a fair trial.
I've heard that too.
My issue is, and we're saying this because we are, I guess we don't have any actual proof to what I'm going to say, but as black people, we feel if he was a black,
No, they were 3 white boys, Nina. It wasn't nobody black.
no, the black guys want to kick them in the face or something like that. They said, but I said this is only giving folks who think like him the green light to do what he did because they think, okay, well, it's okay for us to do it too. Okay, this is what I'm hearing, and the thing is, what I'm hearing is his defense was self-defense. That's what his case was, self-defense. And from what I've been told, the people who followed the case, is he what he did wrong was he wasn't from there. He went there with the intent to try to antagonize. Basically, he had the gun, but from what it sounds like is that one of the guys he shot, they actually chased him and were fighting him trying to get the gun because he had tried to run from them. And in the midst of them trying to take the rifle, he shot the guy. From what they're saying is also one of the guys who was in that trio before he shot them had put a gun to his head, you know what I'm saying, because he was basically antagonizing. So they say they put a gun to his head, things of that nature. So from what I'm hearing about the case is it was lawful. He got off of me because my issue is if he was black, all that other stuff wouldn't have came out.
Yeah, and it still don't even matter to me because imagine if somebody's on a plane, right? And they're trying to stick the plane up, right? And all you thinking is all these people on the plane and y'all let them stick y'all up with a little knife and nobody tried to disarm him. You know what I mean? So if you see somebody come into this protest with a rifle against y'all and y'all didn't do anything, you're probably thinking disarm. Because what if he did have intentions of coming there killing them, but they were like, hey, let's get ahead of this and disarm him. It's not like he was lawfully, but I'm saying
No,
he was
no.
lawfully carrying. He wasn't even supposed to have it.
He wasn't supposed to have it because he's a minor. And the thing about the disarming him, it was more. I think the reason that he did get off because one of the guys who was there, who was like on the opposition of Kyle, he basically was like, "Yeah, we was chasing the dude because he's like he came, we got into it. When he left because he ran from us, then we was like one of the guys would have like, yeah, if I see him again, I'm killing him. Basically, you know what I'm saying? Then they went after him. He had already left them. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he walked right up there into them, stood there, and they tried to disarm him when they first saw him. You know what I'm saying? It was like he was there, they got into a confrontation. He left the confrontation, they sought him out, and then his eyes like, oh, now we're gonna take his pistol. So.
I think the biggest issue that I have is the fact that we can say that maybe the murder, was it multiple murders or one murder?
I think it was 3 people.
It was 3 people and 2 of them died.
Yeah,
so the 2 murders, we could say, okay, those were self-defense. If you go from that, the biggest issue is the fact that he had a gun and he shouldn't have had a gun, and that weapons charge was dismissed.
That's what the problem is.
More than anything, that to me is the biggest issue.
Wait, what'd you say? I missed it.
He had a gun and he shouldn't have had one. Not only did he have a gun, they say that he traveled across state lines with it. But it was a story that said his mom took him to Wisconsin, and when he got to Wisconsin, somebody there gave him a gun. So either way it goes, either he should have been charged for. I mean, he should have been disciplined.
He should have had the gun charge.
Well, they dropped the gun charge even before the jury deliberated. That charge had already been dropped by the judge.
But that right there was set the precedent that the murders was going to be let go too. The case was stronger for self-defense with regards to those murders, but him having that gun in the first place is the biggest issue. And once they dropped that, we already knew exactly.
But he didn't know he was a pedophile when he was out there killing them. And what him being a pedophile got to do with anything? He wasn't out there raping kids at that very moment.
In the
Who was
court,
a pedophile?
one
of the kid, the get
was killed.
One of the victims.
But you know how that goes. They were trying to paint him in a positive light, so whatever dirt they could find on any of the victims was. And to be honest, like, I don't like to say this type of stuff, but I mean, like, I don't know the guy's background, but if he was a pedophile, I mean, I'm not gonna lose no sleep over him no longer being here. But in the same token, my issue is not with him getting off for the self-defense. My issue is so about him and that gun. He definitely should have been charged. Either him, his mother, or the person that gave him the gun. Somebody should be responsible for having that gun out there.
Yeah, there should have been some charge. That's at the end of the day, there should have been some charge on him. Yeah. And even if it was self-defense, fine, but he was underage with a gun, with the pistol. You know what I'm saying? He should have been charged with that.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, like, I can't bring myself to care about it, honestly.
I mean, like I say, as racist as this sound, he ain't kill nobody black. So I'm in that, okay. Whatever y'all gonna do about it, what y'all gonna do about it. Yes, I hate the fact that in my head, the only thing I think to is if he was a black guy. Because of course we go to that every time to say, okay, now if this was a black guy on here, would he have gotten off? You know what I'm saying? With the case, like they wouldn't have ever threw the gun charge out. He'd have been facing everything. Even if
he got off with self-defense with the others, they'll be like he's just getting charged with having the gun.
Yep. If he got off self-defense, he would have never got off with the gun. You know what I'm saying? And he could have been crying real tears. It wouldn't have been that fake ass cry the dude was doing like that. So,
to be honest, that was just theatrics for TV. He ain't got to do all that. The judge was in his damn phone half the damn trial. Oh, I mean, come on. They knew what it was. He knew he was going to go home.
I knew what it was when they first announced they had the National Guard on standby.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him in the back of the when they let him go. He was on his way home. He was in the back of the car, smiling like a motherfucker.
Wow.
The judge kept saying the guy was helping the blacks.
The guys that were helping the blacks. Okay,
wow. Speaking about the blacks, what y'all think about this? I almost said something Ain't what I was gonna say. The ex NFL player, the ex football player who broke the TV with his girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
He deserved whatever the fuck he get. Whatever he get, he deserves it. That was probably one of the most despicable displays of a fucking Neanderthal that I've ever seen in my life. Like,
You know the first thing I thought when I saw that, and I'm gonna be honest. Who on this? Who's watching? I don't want to be offensive to anyone,
We don't know
but
watching.
but I'm gonna just be. This is just transparency. Um, the first thing I thought when I watched it, at first, of course, I was thinking like, "Damn," you know what I'm saying? That was jacked up. But then I was like, "Well, a lot of times Black women feel like, you know, these NFL players and basketball players always getting them a white girl." And when I saw that, I was like, "Girl, you can have them."
Mike, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't care how much she provoked him.
She was white. She provoked him. Wow.
He kidding, y'all. He kidding. But I don't care how much she provoked him. Like, and I'm not the one who believes you're supposed to be able to get hit. Like, I don't believe a man is supposed to just sit there and let a woman hit him and just got to walk away all the time. I don't believe a man should be beating on a
His
woman.
nostrils are bigger than his eyes.
I definitely, though, when I saw that video and how the video they put it out, when the first thing you see is him throwing her across the room into the TV, right there is like, oh, they need to set the jail on top of him.
And but then when they showed the other angle where he actually punched her a couple times before, he know.
And they kid right there.
Yeah, that was.
And now he hiding somewhere, right?
No, they got him.
Oh,
they caught him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quick trial.
No video of them whooping his ass. But that video would have came out quick. If I was one of the officers, I'd have put that out. I'd have lost my job because I'd have whooped his ass. That don't make no sense.
I don't know what he was saying. He just kept saying, he was saying, "You think that was cool?" And she said, "Well, not now." She said, "Not now."
He said something about breaking up or ruining the relationship or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that, I don't know what her name was. Man. Should have been Roberto Duran or something.
Wow, Ashley.
Tried to season the chicken. Stop it down there. Stop it.
Wait, what?
There's an idiot.
I was like, damn, what did she do? Huh? She said, burnt the piece of rose or tried to. Wow.
I didn't even think what she did. I was like, as soon as I saw it, like, oh, he needs to go. He need his ass whooped. Like, he need to be beat up. He need a couple hard-hitting brothers from the hood, you know what I'm saying, go to work on homes with a blowtorch and a pipe. So.
You know, it's
what's the Andrade and Quigley event? What's that?
That's our man Jonathan. He said he's gonna watch the next podcast again.
Yeah, that's a fight, if I'm not mistaken.
It's a fight. Oh,
yeah. That was just totally uncalled for. He literally grabbed that woman with one hand and threw her across the room into the television. The TV fell on her and everything. Like that was
so. I was just kind of like, I had to watch it a couple times. Like,
and I'm gonna tell you, I done seen some stuff with men that, like, when Ray Rice got into it, like, got in trouble. I didn't see that and was like, ooh. I was like, man, dude, why would he do that? Okay.
Nah, I was kind of like, ooh, when he that Ray Rice shit was on target with this too.
Nah.
Yeah.
This was worse.
This was worse.
It was worse because it looked longer. Ray Rice knocked that girl out.
But it was a one-hit quitter, you know what I'm saying? So it was humane.
He punched her a couple times and then picked her and then picked her up after he threw her at the TV and threw her on the baby.
I don't want to compare tragedies because both of them was bad. But he knocked the girl out.
But it was a one-hit quitter. So I'm saying it was like she ain't really go through no pain. This girl was through all this. Saying, talking to him, and he was like a parent, you know what I'm saying, talking to a kid after he just threw it to he cocked the bow, and then threw it. Then was like, you think that's right? And she like, no, I don't think it's right now. You know what I'm saying? No, slow up. Then he went, looked like he wanted to pick up some, threw something down on the ground again. Then picked her up, called out her name, and went to choking her. Like, nah, bro, this ain't even on the same level.
You're right.
I wonder if he was fighting her before that, or was this the
Or
first
I
time?
definitely don't
You
look like
know,
it was the first time. That don't look like it was the first time.
Oh, then they'll say Ray Rice probably because you get all the pain when you wake up. I wouldn't know. I never been knocked out.
I never been knocked out either, but that right there is some cowards. And that shit make me think like I got daughters.
Exactly.
I would kill like I could not see nothing like that and then just like, oh, let's let the police catch him. Like,
Mm-mm.
no, ain't no way.
Mm-mm.
He gotta die. Like he gonna kill me in my pursuit of him, or I'm gonna fuck him up when I catch him. I couldn't.
Oh.
I couldn't do that.
Mm-mm.
and he
Nah.
didn't know she had cameras in the house.
Yeah, she had cameras. That's why he went on the run as soon as it happened.
Stupid.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
So, I,
We
now,
lost Dolph.
huh?
We lost another rapper.
Yes.
I didn't know who he was, and then he was, I heard that he was featured on "You Need to Cut It," but I didn't know who he was. I just think it's just real jacked up how they did it. Did y'all see like the live video somebody posted? Was that him like in the window, hanging out the broken window?
I don't know. I didn't see
I didn't see the video or anything.
So it was a live video of the actual. Some girl was like, "They say Dolph dead, y'all. They say that's Dolph right there," and she was zooming in or whatever. The window was shattered, broken out, and it looked like arm hanging out because he had went inside, and I guess they shot him through the window or whatever.
Definitely, that's what happened. He went inside. The owner of the place said he had stopped in to get some food or whatever he was getting
Some
for the
cookies for his mother,
right. So he said he went in. As soon as he went in, the guys pull up and just lit him up.
and they got the dudes on camera and the car.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's a stolen car.
I
Pretty
doubt
sure.
it. Rappers ain't. I mean, well, I don't want to say rappers, but street guys ain't that smart. The guy that they killed last year, they killed Duck here. One of the killers rented bought a car, and this fucking idiot used the same. He bought a car the week before and used the car in the murder, and then took the car back. So I would. People just not that smart no more. Um, so I wouldn't be surprised if that car was registered to somebody
Somebody, mama.
involved or somebody close to who was involved. But it's a sad situation.
With Dolph. So, I was listening to this dude. Like, I have no idea, you know what I'm saying, about anything about what he got going on. But this guy, he kind of breaking stuff down. He was talking about how, you rappers, first of all, you getting your cars wrapped, right? Memphis ain't that big. You know what I'm saying? So now you got your car wrapped in this camouflage. Then you got another car wrapped in bright on. Everybody know that's you. And you beefing with people there. One, why you keep coming back here? And you don't have no security. You got one truck, this black SUV or whatever that he used when he go on tour. That's bulletproof. You need all your stuff bulletproof, or rent a car when you come. But everybody know that's you. When they saw that car parked there, they know that's you. And you got beef. You ain't got nobody following you or got no security with you. And then you got these young dudes that's just trying to come up or be blessed, so to speak. So you might not find no text messages of any hit or anything because now they just see you and say, "Oh, that's him." So they want to do that and they want to be like, "Hey, I did that. Now bless me." You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like he was like, "I just don't understand why you keep coming back to Memphis. You turning down $1 million deals. You getting paid 100,000 per show. You know,
I think it's easier said than done, especially when you talk about people that's from a particular area, and this is what you consider home. You know what I mean? Yeah, I might be into it with people, but I was into it with people long before I had money. And I'm not saying that the thought process of once you make it big, you should leave where you from. I'm not saying that that's not a sound ideology, but in the same token, it's how do you leave what you know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, you're going to always gravitate back to home. So I think the narrative of
A lot of people leave. That's why people complain.
a lot of people do leave, but there's also the select few people who can't stay away too. And I don't feel that once a person dies, it's okay to say you should have left. You know what I mean? Because to be honest, people get killed out of town all the time. You know what I mean? When it's your time, it's your time. I'm not saying that you need to make it easy. You know what I mean? Because having a car that's wrapped in camouflage that one of one, of course, people gonna know who you are, especially in a small place like that. So you don't want to make it easy, but in the same token, it's like I love Chicago. You know what I mean? In Dolph's situation, he loved Memphis. You know what I mean? So to tell a person to basically leave and never come back it don't make sense when you think about
Well, he wasn't really saying never come back, but he's saying that's just like if you know you beefing with people. Why
Stay under the
like you
stay
already
under the radar.
flossing, you didn't floss before you made it, now you ain't got to come in this flashy car that it's not big, so when people see that car they know that's you. So if people gunning for you or they got little hitters, everywhere, he was like Dolph was kind of to himself, so it's not like he was like feeding the people there. He had a couple people he put on, but they rappers not making their own money, so he was kind of to himself a little bit, so he ain't really, it ain't like he was coming home and he got all these people rallying behind him. You got haters, you got people you actually beefing with. And he was like, and then actually, when you look at like 50 Cent, right? Him, the game, they was all beefing. They had diss tracks. But now, when 50 performed, he was like, maybe Ja Rule, but he ain't rapping them same diss tracks that with the game because it's over, right? The game, they ain't going on tour rapping them same diss tracks. That's over. But Dolph was still rapping these same diss tracks to these same dudes. So of course it's like, oh, it ain't over.
I think it's tough though, because like you think about this, he was going to that place for his mother. So I mean, his mother still live in Memphis too. So it's always going to be a reason for him to be in Memphis. It don't matter how you look at it. Now, like I said, you don't want to make it easy. You don't want to drive around in that one-on-one car that people can notice. I'm pretty sure if he could do it all over again, he probably wouldn't have went up there in that car. But in the same token, it's like shit. If this is what I got here, Mama wants some cookies. I'm gonna go get Mama some cookies. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure that wasn't like enemy territory. You know what I'm saying? I don't think him. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
he already was there. He made a video about that place too.
We
He made a
know
video
right.
about I love this place,
It
so
was
they know where
literally
you gonna
Sunday
be.
before. Yeah, it was literally like not even a full 7 days before that this happened. Um, it's just unfortunate, It's unfortunate that when we do get money, we do stuff like constantly antagonize people. We do stuff like staying in places a little longer than we should. You know what I mean? But in the same token, it's kind of hard to break a person from being, especially when you of that environment. It's tough to kind of break them from that. And like I said, his mom is there, so he always gonna have a reason. Well, he always would have had a reason to be there.
I don't follow the dude. To me, it sounded like a little bit like Nipsey, because I heard he was kind of on. I thought he was along the same lines with what he was doing outside of rap. I'm not real positive because like I didn't follow Dolph at all. I just think it's jacked up that it had to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how deep his beef was. I don't know if he was on that. Now you can't even get mama cookies like that. But the thing is, my thing is if you are beef or you know you got an issue like that, send somebody else to get the cookies.
I think that's also easier said than done, though.
It is. Because the
It
fact of the matter
is.
is, you don't know how bad it. Because he probably didn't know how bad the beef is. That's like, I mean, it might be one of them. We just talking crazy to each other. You know what I'm saying? And
Or it can make them feel like you thinking we some bitches or something. You coming up in here, flossing. You ain't got no security. That might send a message up. I ain't worried about y'all. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing to me. I'm Dolph, you know. And people ignorant. And people ignorant. Everybody want to be the one that did it, you know.
Yeah, I think honestly though, I really feel like that's what the thing is though. So everybody want to be the one to say, "I did that. I got such and such. I hit so and so," and I think that shit it's toxic the way that people, especially people that have, I hate to say it like this, but have less than what
Mm-hmm.
you've accomplished. You know what I mean? It's just it's all it is bragging rights because you're not gonna get none. You're either going to die or you're going to jail. They like you said, they got these fools on camera. They got your gun and social media. They didn't found one of the guys already. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
it's
really?
yeah, they got the, you know how they had the picture of one of the guys. He was standing outside the store. He had like the blue hoodie and the gray jogging pants. Somebody on Instagram found the man page and he was posting pictures in the same outfit. I think it might have been like a few hours before or something like that. So it's so weird how shit goes. You know what I mean? And nowadays the internet gonna do the police job. You put yourself in a
Man,
situation that you didn't kill the man for just to say I killed Dolph. You know what I mean?
the
That's
internet gonna play detective real quick, boy. They gonna have everything on you
don't
before
let
the
it be
night over with.
somebody they love, somebody they like, they revere. Before the police could even get to questioning anybody, the internet didn't put it together. 80% of that shit be bullshit, but they'd been and found a person. They had found somebody to put it on, put their
Yeah,
life in danger.
definitely. So
So people got to be smarter. You know, it's an unfortunate situation, especially considering the fact that not only was he, I believe he was married, but he also got kids. You know what I
yep.
mean? So he was either married or engaged, one of the two, but he got kids.
I know he got
The
kids with the lady.
girl was saying like she can't even bring it to herself to tell the kids yet. And I was thinking about this when you have information like that to relate to a child that's old enough to understand, but still young enough to where they have their innocence. So it's almost like you're sitting around the house and you know what happened. You know, daddy not coming home, and the kids asking you where daddy at, and you just telling them that he on the road. They gonna go out and finish playing and having fun. How do you break that to tell them that? And even furthermore, what does that do to your heart when you hear your kids playing and then you know that you can only go along with this facade for so long? You
I
know what I
can't
mean?
say because like my thing is, if when it's somebody you love, because first off, you already hurt over it, and to try to relay that to somebody, because now you're trying to do it in a way whereas you're not breaking down yourself because you're trying to tell them it's gonna be, because you want them to think it's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? That we gonna get through it. But then at the same time, I'm saying shit, you don't know if you're gonna get through it, and to have to tell that to your kid.
Exactly. Like that's the thing. Because that switch with a kid is gonna be where daddy at. You tell them where daddy at, maybe 2, 3 hours later they're gonna come back and ask you, then it's gonna be okay for the next day or so. So they off playing and while they enjoying their life and having fun being a kid and being innocent, that's right there in the forefront of your mind is how I'm gonna break this to my babies. How I'm gonna
Then the issue with that is their daddy famous, and they internet kids. You know what I'm saying? And they mess around and come across it online if you ain't told them. You know what I'm saying? They might turn their iPad or something on, and it's right on the front page. You know what I'm saying? On when you go to the browser, and you know what I'm saying, how they have the news right on there before they get to go to YouTube or whatever. It's right there. YouTube might throw a commercial in there telling them what happened or something. They might see a post on their Instagram. I mean, it's
it's unfortunate, man. I just pray for everybody involved. His mom, who I'm pretty sure probably feel like it was
if I
her.
wouldn't have sent them to get the cookies.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like that type of shit is just
Or maybe she didn't send him. He said that's his favorite. Baby, he said, "Ma, I'm gonna get you these cookies. They the best."
it's
Yeah,
possible.
but even she said that, he would, but you know how mothers can be. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If I would have just told him, no, I don't want the cookies, you know what I'm saying? Because now in her head, it's probably, I sent my baby over there to get them cookies.
But I'm gonna be honest though. Even if they didn't get him there, I'm pretty sure they know where his mama live
I'm pretty
in
sure they know where his
Memphis.
mama live in Memphis and stuff, but I'm pretty sure the fact that they had decided not to go to the mama house.
I don't know. They could have just got him there. Who knows? Because what I'm hearing, I'm not sure if it has anything to do with it. They're saying that uh who is the other rapper that's from there?
yeah, that was false. They were saying because they were saying that Black Youngster's grandmother's house had got shot, and then Yo Gotti's mama's restaurant supposedly
Yeah,
shot up.
that's not none of that's true.
Yeah, that had that all coming out to be false. Um,
Oh,
but I it's just weird, man. That whole thing is weird because those two are the two biggest from Memphis, and they've been beefing. So it's like they try to, I guess, whatever happened to Dolph, they trying to put it on Yo Gotti. You know what I mean? Because they basically been the two biggest artists from Memphis, and they've been going back and forth since the beginning of since Dolph Hit came out. They have been, and even before then. So it's just weird how everything played out. I would hope and pray that he had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I hope that because their stuff was mostly rap beef or something. Wasn't it supposed to be?
It stemmed from the streets. It stemmed from the streets. But it was like petty shit, you know what I mean? So it's like it's some shit that could have been squashed, should have been
It
squashed.
should have been squashed, especially once y'all got to a certain level.
Yeah,
Right.
the guys and the money that they made, the making is crazy, you know. So you start making so much money after a while, it's like, do this shit really even matter?
Exactly, and it don't. And it don't. So
Yeah,
hopefully that situation get resolved, get out of here. Before we move around, I wanted to talk about that little post Nicole had sent us.
Which one?
The um the one with the twins in it. Mm. What? Why your face looking like that?
Nothing.
I think I missed that one.
Now
Nah,
you commented.
you
You said
commented.
the one the baby mama was
Yeah,
wrong for counting the daddy money.
yeah.
Okay, so
And
here's
I
the
already know what Jay gonna say. It don't say that. You speculating. You adding stuff.
what it says is I came to pick up my two boys for our Disney trip as discussed. But mom is threatening to end it if I don't take her other child. Am I supposed to step up financially for the decisions that she and her baby daddy made?
I'm gonna just say this. I already know how y'all feel. I don't like his wording. The way he said it. Of course, it sounds bitter. It sounds like he's trying to come off and make her out to be. It sounds like he's not telling the whole story. Like to just say that, it sounds like he's just trying to make her seem so extra wrong for something her and her baby daddy did. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this, and I know I'm assuming stuff because they leave much to be assumed. It's not the full story. So, me thinking logically, this can't be a child that she had after their two children. Because if it is a new child that she had with a baby daddy after them, she's absolutely ridiculous. For
Y'all need,
one,
y'all need to get y'all one of these cups.
she's absolutely ridiculous. But if this is a child that she had before your two, in my mind, you was more than likely treating him like your own before yours. So I don't like the fact of we're not saying it's his responsibility. Nobody's saying he's obligated to do anything. He's not obligated to do anything. But I still feel like he's an ass because if it feels like she had this child when y'all were together, before your two. So this child was cool then. Now you got your own two. Now it's like fuck him. And that's the problem that I have with it. It's almost like you just don't want to take the child. If you don't want to take the child, say that because it could have been worded differently. I mean, you could have said, "Hey, I don't mind him going, but you gonna have to pay for him because I can only afford mine." You know, I can't see her wanting him to include her child if he's never included her child. You know what I mean? So he probably been, you know,
And you have
treating
like
this,
that's kind
including this child. And now you want to exclude the child and try to make it like the mama trying to. I know I'm adding stuff, but I'm just trying to be logical because the way he putting it out there, I don't like the way people put stories out there. It's one-sided and you try to make it like, she got the audacity. And it's like, dude, tell the whole thing so it won't leave no room for me to say fill in the blanks because it's a lot of blanks. blanks.
How do we know that that's not the whole thing, though?
You
That's
know
not the
what?
whole thing. It's a
How,
lot of
how do
blanks.
we know that?
She only want to fill in the blanks when it's a guy's point of view.
Because there's always a right point of view when a guy explains something.
What does that mean? That a guy's not gonna always tell the truth?
It sounds like whatever the circumstances, it wasn't planned, and the extra kid was being dumped on him.
Michael, get off.
That's
It
what it
don't sound
sounds
it
like.
don't sound like the extra kid being dumped on him
Mom
because
threatened to end it if I don't take her other child.
It says, I came to pick up my two boys for our Disney trip as discussed. But mom is threatening to end it if I don't take her other child.
so you mean to tell that's why I'm saying this hoes. You mean to tell me we done discussed you taking your kids and you done paid for it and at the last minute I'm gonna say, you know what, you can't take them if you don't take him.
Women do that.
Nah,
Women do that.
they don't.
They do.
They don't.
Stop, Nicole.
I'm just saying, I just don't like the narrative. I don't, and it's just me. I don't like leaving kids out intentionally. Those are siblings. If it was me, I wouldn't just come get my kids unless, let's just say, if I was a man. I'm just gonna say if I was a man, okay, and I was with a woman that had already had a child. Now I have two kids with her. I would not all of a sudden, because you know when you dating a single mother, it's a package deal. Then all of a sudden, when I have my kids, it's like, okay, cool, I got my own. Fuck you, little nigga. And now I got my own. I'm just saying, if it was me, can I finish? Now, I would not exclude the child. Now, if I could not afford it, I would say, hey, I'm planning this trip to take the kids. I want little JoJo to go too. There's his brother and sisters or his brothers. They want his brother to go. I can't afford it. Are you able to chip in? Are you able to pay his way? Because I can't afford it. Now, if this was a child that you had after us, I probably wasn't taking that child anyway. I was always just coming to get my two. So now if you flip the script and now all of a sudden want me to take him to Disney, then that's a little like, what are you talking about? I never took him in the first place. Now I can see if he had always been just coming to get his two, then that's fine. But if you have been including this boy, I just don't like the exclusion and making kids feel a certain type of way and feel excluded. That's just me.
I'm with you with the not excluding the kids, and obviously if I was able to afford it with the three kids, I would take their sibling with them. But you're changing the narrative, and you've created a whole story that she has a child older than his two. We don't know that.
That's why I gave two different scenarios. I said if it was younger, if it was older, this is my feelings on both sides. I gave my feelings. If the child was younger, I think she would be ridiculous for require or even requiring, or I would think that was ridiculous. Excuse me, if it was a younger child. But if this is a child that I had and we were dating, I'm pretty sure you were treating this child like your own. You wasn't like ignoring the little child unless that's her letting him treat the child like that. But I'm
If
pretty sure he
that's the
wasn't.
case, that's a dick move. Don't get me wrong; it is a dick move, but he still wouldn't be wrong for not
I'm
taking.
not saying he's obligated.
I
I'm
ain't
not
saying he's
saying
obligated
right.
either. I'm just saying
But I think it's morally wrong. He's within his rights to not do it, but to try to put it out there like, her child with her baby daddy. That was the same her child with the baby daddy when you was fucking and getting these two little ones. It was the same child. So I just don't like that.
her child did come until after I was already fucking and getting my two.
Now, if it was after, I think she would be ridiculous.
I think the thing is, we're not weird, but you're assuming that he was taking care of that child.
I said when I gave two different scenarios. Now, I said if he wasn't doing those things already, then yeah, it would be kind of like, why all of a sudden now? If he was always coming to just get his two and was always just doing for his two, it would seem kind of like, where's this coming from? But the way he worded it to me, came off as bitter, and um the way he put my child and her, and making it like, it just comes off as maybe it's something underlying with that. The way he, I come to get my 2 kids, and she's threatening if I don't take her child. Am I supposed to level up financial for something her and her baby daddy? I don't know. Just the way he worded it just
Like,
sound
did you
real
hear? Did you hear a
petty.
video clip, a clip of this or something?
No,
Yeah,
but
this one.
I understand tone when writing. I'm an excellent writer. So you can write with tone. You know that, right? You can write and have a certain tone. Why do you think actors are so great? Because they can read and know the tone of the script.
Tell his ass to go of the script. Okay? Did you hear that, Lavelle? The script.
I'm just saying. But I'm different though. You know what I'm saying? I would have never, I don't care if he was doing for the child. I'm just different. Like me and Michael was talking about it. Like, even, like, say if it was in my situation, like if with Tristan, let's just say Eric wanted to come get Egypt and didn't want to take Tristan. I'm not going to force you to take my child somewhere that you obviously expressing you don't want them to come, because I will kill you if they came home and said you were they felt excluded, or you was treating them a certain, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't want to send my kids somewhere where he obviously don't want them to go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't give nobody an ultimatum, because that's ridiculous. I'm not going to force nobody to take my child.
You would have to ask Nicole if she gave him any money, because Nicole created the storylines for her.
Obviously not, because he said she didn't give him money, because he said, am I supposed to level up financially? So that implies that, am I supposed to just, he's implying that I can't afford it. So am I supposed to just, or spend my money on it, level up? So are you saying you ain't really got it, or how you supposed to level up right quick? What are you trying to say? Basically, you trying to say, am I supposed to pay for her child to go?
Right.
I don't like the way you just said that.
That's fine. Clearly, he ain't have it either.
Why is it clear that he ain't have
it? 2 kids.
Because he said, if am I supposed to level up? Leveling up mean you ain't got it. You got to go level up.
He got it for who we need it for.
But Michael said evidently she didn't have it for her child, and evidently he didn't have it for her child either. Is my point.
He had it for his child.
Exactly, but he didn't have it for her. If you broke, just say
that. That don't make him broke.
He broke.
It's good.
He broke. If he can't afford 3 kids, he broke. And not if he don't take hers. Not if he don't take hers. His kids ain't going nowhere.
If that, you got to point there, because she sure put the kibosh. But wait,
so ain't nobody going.
Extra child, he broke.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, just say that. Hold on, now you doing too much now.
I'm just saying. I just feel like I just think it's a dick move, an ass move. He's not obligated to take her child anywhere, and I don't even understand why she would give him an ultimatum. Because if he obviously don't want to take the child, don't push your child off on nobody. I would never do that.
The thing about it is, the ultimatum is what makes it feel like it's different than what your thoughts are. You know what I'm saying? That is the ultimatum makes it seem like that is not the fact of him always taking care of the kid, and it's just this one time he don't want to do it. The ultimatum makes it feel like one of the things what she kind of uses, like if we gonna put our own stories and stuff to it. Because ultimatum, we make it seem like she used the kids to try to control dude.
And see, I get it differently. The ultimatum to me makes me feel like the only reason why she feels like it's wrong is because you haven't been excluding him. And now on something as memorable as this, now you want to exclude him. That's what the ultimatum says to me. It doesn't say to me that you ain't been doing nothing, but I'm gonna make you do something now. It says,
No. It don't
why
say.
to me,
No.
you
I'm
know.
not saying that. I'm not saying it doesn't say like he ain't been doing nothing, but the ultimatum to me seemed like he might have been doing stuff like if he pick up the kids and go get something to eat. Yeah, he can come. We're gonna go grab something to eat. Yeah, he can come. You know what I'm saying? If I done went to the movies or something like that, low level stuff around, I might have popped him off for low level stuff. He come. Yeah, he can come. Come on, little man. We're gonna go get something to eat. All y'all go. But now that it's something like I'm trying to do something with my kids with mine, make something memorable what's going on with them. Now it's like, okay, now you took them to the movies. Why you can't take them to Disney World? You know what I'm saying? It ain't the same.
I don't know. I think maybe their communication is off.
Oh, ain't no maybe. Their communication is way off. You know what I'm
You
saying? Their
know,
communication is way off. And the thing is, with only getting what we got in that small snippet of it, it's hard to
and
judge the situation.
and it's almost like even and yet Disney World is expensive. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even tripping. Disney World is expensive. You know what I'm saying? So he probably don't have money to be taking extra kids. But it just seemed like even if he always taking them with him, oh yeah, come on, you could go. Come on, yeah, little man, you can go. And now this time you don't want him to go. It seemed like that's a conversation to be had
No,
because you gonna know the kid want to go.
in all honesty, it ain't that much expensive for that one kid. He ain't getting his own hotel room.
No, but the tickets for Disney World, I looked it up because I wanted to go. It's like just for one, it's like between $300 to $600.
What tickets did you buy?
What you mean what tickets I was buying? I was looking it up for somebody else because I was like, they was asking about Nail at Universal. I'm like, no, he don't work for Disney. And I was looking up tickets for Disney and they're expensive.
You were looking at season passes or something.
No, I wasn't. I was looking up tickets and they have different packages, different like attractions. If you want all of this, it's this. They're ridiculous.
Mm.
Shoot, Universal ridiculous without no discount.
Online, everybody gonna be hitting us in our DMs and stuff, trying to get discounts and stuff. Who is this
No,
nail
it's
y'all
it's
talking
it's
about?
only family. Sorry,
Who is
guys.
this nail you talking about?
It's only family, guys. Sorry.
So, but with that, like I say, we all feel the same. I think the thing is the reason there's no big argument here because everybody in here kind of like we all love kids, so none of us would have left the kid out if at all possible. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like taking all the kids to the water park. You're not gonna say I'm coming to get my kids to go to the beach or I'll go to the water park. You know that the other one gonna want to go. That don't mean you have to go, but it's just kind of like, really?
I mean, with me, I take the kid that ain't mine. I take the younger because she can have one after mine is born. And I go over there. Shorty old enough to go, he can go. I ain't taking her baby like now. I ain't taking
Right.
my baby, no toddler that I got to, you know what I'm saying? But,
Change diapers and stuff.
you know what I'm saying? But hey, look, come on, little man, let's ride. I mean, if he old enough to go to the bathroom or they can go to the bathroom by themselves, at least tell you when they got to go or something like that. Yeah, come on, let's ride. But that's how I am around kids. I'm like, hey, come on, let's go. Most of the times they be trying to say, no, they, you know what I'm saying? They be like, no, he can't go because they don't want him to get attached or their baby daddy or whatever, you know what I'm saying, might feel a certain way about that. But in this situation, we wouldn't have left the kid out if at all possible. He had every right to. And I don't think it makes him a dick because he did it. You know what I'm saying? Without knowing the total situation. Like I said, when me and you talked earlier, if it's different if like him and her were in the house together, and then like he was kind of help raising this kid, and he had some kids, and then after that, you know what I'm saying, him and her break up, and
No,
now
it's like, oh, I got my
kids,
kids.
yeah, now he has, you know what I'm saying, but
I just feel like that's what it is. And he's not saying all of that because he don't want to look wrong. He wanted to just look like she's wrong for and ridiculous for even feeling like I should take him.
yeah, I think she is if he didn't want to take it.
Yeah.
From the little bit that we got.
I mean, I think she wrong if he didn't want to take him too, because like I said, I would never send my child with anybody who's letting me know I only want my kids.
And my thing is, I would never send my child anywhere else with that person.
Yep.
Anywhere else. When they come back from Disney World and y'all going to the movies or you going to the corner store, nah, we good. Nah, you can't go with them. Nope. You can't go to the park with them. Don't even bring him the back name. When you go buy food for you, don't bring him nothing. No, we cool, but we ain't gonna send no mixed signals to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless it was the fact we had a conversation, like we said earlier, and he voiced to me, "Hey, look, we going. I can't afford to take Ron or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you can't chip in with it, then I'm gonna have to leave my little man here. I want him to go. You know what I'm saying? We go everywhere else, I kick him, but I ain't got the money for him. Now it's different if that's what it is. And I'm cool on that. But there are some females who he probably could have told her that. Her thing is, well, if you can't afford to take him, you can't take none of them.
That could be an issue, but he ain't say that.
I think that's stupid. I think I don't even want to say a woman, but when a parent will tell you some shit like that, if you can't afford to take one of them, you shouldn't take none of them. Like, I think that shit's stupid.
But it happens. It's freedom in not caring how others view you. If he didn't want to take them, just say it. But it could be as simple as he can't afford it. True.
I mean, I got that. He couldn't afford it when he said, "Am I supposed to level up financially?" Just say, "I couldn't afford to take it." Am I supposed to just find the money to pay him?
Keep throwing this level up, meaning that nigga broke.
Because he said it, and I don't like the fact that he said it because he's trying to. It's just his wording that just doesn't sit right with me.
Okay, so let's get up out of here real quick. Let's figure out how. A little quick talk about holidays. We gotta get Jay out of here. But this COVID starting to kick his ass.
Oh,
He look like his back hurt.
My back hurt like I've been fighting through it the whole show, but my back is killing me
right now. He had that lean in like shit.
My back is killing me right now.
So real quick, we got holidays coming up. What's our thoughts? Thanksgiving.
He said step up. He didn't say level up.
Huh?
He didn't say level up. He said step up.
Same thing.
Nicole, you got Thanksgiving going at the Charles house, right?
So yeah, so I was, trying to see really Mel.
What?
I ain't seen your hand in the shot the whole time. Now your hand want to be all in the shot.
I wasn't even on that. I wasn't even on that.
Yes, I'm trying to figure if y'all coming or not.
I'm not.
You not? Oh, boo.
Nah, I might have to go to Phoenix.
Well, who in Phoenix?
We'll talk about it after we get off.
But my daddy's still saying he coming. So,
I gotta call him too because I'm going to Mississippi.
Yeah, he said him and Jesse supposed to be coming. So, I just got to see if he wants to go to the Charles house because I already told the Charles, my dad might come, trying to get him to come. So, not sure if he would want to go anywhere. You know what I mean?
Charles, he can't put garlic or onions in nothing.
The Charles ain't cooking. He can't cook. So, he said just, yeah.
It don't really matter. Y'all gonna spend time and don't put no garlic and no onions and nothing. Your daddy ain't gonna eat nothing anyway.
Yeah, he ain't gonna eat nobody else's food. So I was thinking of still cooking and having food here and still cooking some for there. You know what I mean?
I got it. I got some real ginger root. Tasha bought it. The damn thing look like a stick figure or a damn voodoo doll. And I
gotta cut off little pieces of that.
Yeah. I got no icy hot, but I got a heating pad that I'm gonna use soon as we get up off him.
Did that work? When I jack my back up that heat pad didn't do nothing.
It worked for me. Like, it works in the moment. So like while I have it on, I'm good. But the minute I take it off, it's back to pain.
My issue with it is electric heat don't feel good to me. You know what I'm saying? And when I put it in, you plug it up, it feels almost like being hit by pins after a while. I couldn't do it for it. Yeah.
The problem with
I got some ginger tea.
It's really freaking hot. Like,
is Michael in the house with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It gets real hot, like real hot, and it get uncomfortable. But it do help in the moment though.
Mic check.
And it's just in the moment.
So Nicole's supposed to be singing.
Oh wait, before we go, Deron's new book "Sugar Baby" came out Wednesday.
She got boy. She pumping these books out, ain't she?
Yeah. I haven't gotten
I'm
a
gonna
chance.
write a book, Deron. I'm gonna write a book. I am.
I didn't get a chance to read this one. Well, I read a little preview of it before she released it, but I haven't gotten a chance to read the whole book. So please check that out. No, Shaka, I have not. We got some Epsom salt, but Tasha.
You know they got a new type of Epsom salt. Now they got an Epsom salt for like sports.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Tasha been trying to get me to take a bath since I've been sick. I just can't bring myself to soak my big grown ass.
yeah, it's rough. It's gonna be an ebook, Deron. I'm gonna do an ebook, fitness. I got a app I've been using so I can voice record because I have most of my thoughts on how to put it together while I'm driving. So I've been starting to work on that. So I'm getting the chapters together. I don't know how big I want to make it, but I'm gonna go through it. It's my brother told me just to do the book and then sell it on Amazon for $1, but
for $1.
You know your brother be talking crazy. But I'm gonna figure that part out.
So Deron, you got your own publishing company or something?
Self-publishes.
Oh.
Yeah, Pink Himalayan Salt is good.
I got pink Himalayan salt, but it's for food, ain't it? I thought it was just for food.
What? They got Epsom salt with pink Himalayan salt in it.
It's pardon my ignorance. I'm sorry.
Oh, because I was about to be like, I got some too. Like my neck hurt right now. I was finna go get me some.
She says she publishes through Amazon.
Shit.
Okay.
Independent author. But see, we have a place here in Chicago. It's Authors Row, like up. I can't remember the exact address. I would have to look it up. But it's like if you want to self-publish, you actually can go there with your book. You can pick out your covers, and then it's a whole other thing where you can get your book published yourself. Dead sea salt helps to draw out impurities.
I never heard of Dead Sea Salt. Where can I buy that from?
So I could probably got some.
Why is it dead?
It's from the Dead Sea.
Oh, Dead Sea. Okay. Boy, I'm stupid. Pardon my brain. I'm so sorry.
I mean, I read it the same way, Jay. Dead sea salt, not
Right.
dead sea salt.
Yeah.
So I'm like, my brain, I got COVID cloud brain for real. I'm like,
She
why
said she got some too.
I read it the same way. Dead sea salt, not dead sea salt.
who killed the salt?
Who killed the salt?
Oh,
Yeah, we got to get Jay out of here. He looked like he got hemorrhoids. Like he can't sit in the seat. Like
Boy,
he pushed.
can't sit still, you know what I'm saying?
my back, like to sit straight up like this, it's been killing me the whole show, and I've been moving all show, but now my shit's starting to hurt bad. Man, I need that heat pad.
Oh. Okay, well.
Hey, man, we go move around. We'll come back and talk about Christmas and stuff. That my Thanksgiving, I might not have Thanksgiving, but we'll talk about it in a second. So,
Okay.
anything else? Nothing else? Check out Sugar Babies.
Sugar Baby.
Sugar Baby. That's the new book by what's her right name?
Author is Deron, right? Did I get that right? I think it's Deracier Lowe, if I'm not mistaken.
Huh?
Deracier Lowe. I believe.
Okay.
Oh, she threw the link in there. There go the link right there. The name of the book is Sugar Baby. That's the link. Y'all check that out. Now, what's your author name then? What is it?
She said, "No."
She's like, nah, that ain't it. Okay. Oh, just
Deracier. That's a pretty name.
I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna ask you later.
Ask me.
Nah, Deron.
Oh, okay. You don't want to ask it in front of everybody, huh?
Nah.
Nah.
All right, so check her book out. Check some of the Dead Sea Salt from Shaka.
Not to be confused with a live sea salt.
pseudonym. That's what I was trying to say. What was her pseudonym? She doesn't have one. She uses her real name. Her name is Durancia.
Is it Durancia or Durancier?
Please don't say Cia. It's CA. CA.
That's really pretty, Durancier. Okay then, girl.
So me and her have been knowing each other since freaking second grade. And like two things I learned is like don't call her Durancia or Doronica. She'll lose her.
Doronica. You know I'm here with that right after I read the
No,
book.
please don't. She gonna be bad to the motherfucker.
I'm gonna read the book and be like, this new book by Doronica, y'all need to get this. It's called Sugar Baby. We gonna read it in our book club.
Why you doing all this?
Jaqueline. I
Huh?
kept calling a client. Every time I looked at her name, I kept saying Jaqueline.
What was her name?
Balaki.
It's Jacqueline.
Balaki.
Oh my god. Oh.
You better not say nothing. Hey, Ron.
Hey,
Hey, Ron. You better not say nothing stupid.
Right.
oh.
All right, y'all. All right, we gotta get out of here so we can get Jay to this heating pad. So y'all, we catch all y'all next week as always because it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I always want to say Twitter, but we don't have no Twitter. It's in like, subscribe, click the notifications, follow, comment. If there's anything you think you want to hear us talk about, throw it in the comments or check us out on Facebook. Go back, catch some of the older episodes. There's always something that you probably missed that we talked about. I got nothing else to say. Anything else from the? Nothing.
Waiting for you to call us some pips on motherfucking background.
Gladys.
That's what I was about to say. But with that being said, I hope we will catch all of y'all later.
What the hell?
Right.